Liam Neeson, I would go to bat for to some extent because he doesn't have the same type of loser persona, but he does have a string of movies that he has done that are all the same garbage action movies. The one area where I think Liam Neeson would be a lot worse of a choice, though, is that he doesn't have the range. He's done really serious dramas, and early in his career, Oscar winner, Schindler's List, like all of these like really dramatic films. And now he's just been doing one thing over and over and over again. Nic Cage keeps doing different stuff. Like, from Pig to, like Willy's Wonderland to Gone in 60 Seconds type of stuff to Next to, Bangkok Dangerous, like all these things, like he plays detectives and blue collar people and farmers and regular dads and screenwriters. And I feel like every character that Liam Neeson has played for the last like 10 years has been a former SAS or former Army Ranger who's now retired, and people, take his daughter and he needs to use his skills to get his daughter back.
Yeah.
Or somebody else's daughter or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think this exercise.
I don't know. It's very. Yeah.
I think this exercise kind of shows that the death of the action star, and that's been talked about before, but there just isn't really anybody. The only people I could think that I would be interested in, maybe like a Pierce Brosnan, because he hasn't really done anything, but he played that role as James Bond. And I think he's kind of funny, but also, like, here's the problem: Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth, they're too young. They just wouldn't.
Too young. Yeah.
Tom Cruise, if he'd have gone for it, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Look, I could. So, but again, it would have to be a completely different movie, right? Because Tom Cruise, Tom Cruise has never had a down period.
No, not really.
Like he's never had a period where you go like, what the heck is Tom Cruise thinking? Why is he making all of these like $2 million random horror movies? Like, what's going on, Tom Cruise? Like, did you lose it all in the divorce? Like, what's the deal? And so like Tom Cruise,
a question like that.
Except for you're right. Like, I would love to see a movie where Tom Cruise plays himself and just and is willing to make fun of the insanity that it is to be Tom Cruise or to be around Tom Cruise or meet Tom Cruise. Right. But not as a cameo. Cause we get that in movies all the time, right? Like you get like Mike Tyson in, help me out.
The Hangover?
The Hangover. Yeah. I don't know why I was blanking on that, but like Mike Tyson in The Hangover is a good example where it's like, okay, we always get little cameos where like actors play themselves and that's fine. But like a whole movie where Tom Cruise plays Tom Cruise. Yeah. Wild.
I just thought of another name that given current events would be fascinating. Will Smith. Actually, you're right. See?
I mean, I think there's an interesting point there because but again, he hasn't really had a down period.
What are you talking about? We're in it. I mean, I know he just won Best Actor.
We're in it. We're in it, except for like we'll see first of all, but it's too early. Like we don't have years of Will Smith showing up in movies randomly as like he's not in like low grade. I mean, we'll see. Maybe he will be, right? But problem with Will Smith now, he's got all the money in the world. And I don't think Will Smith has like horrible spending problems. At least it doesn't appear to be the case. So I feel like Will Smith, no matter what happens in the next couple of years, could live off of his nearly $1 billion or whatever it is, $500 million he's got that, that's going to be fine. He's going to be fine.
I mean, he's one of the few people though, that I would actually put like in the range of Nic Cage as far as acting ability. There's not a lot of people.
I kind of agree.
He's up there.
And you're also right that like Will Smith he's done dramas and won Oscars for said dramas, been Oscar nominated before. And then of course this year, big action star, one of the biggest action stars who's ever lived. And also done some. Oh yeah. Huge music star, television star. Plus like he's done some kind of weirder movies that you you know, like you won't think about Legend of Bagger Vance, stuff like that, you know? But man, what I need from Will Smith though, is for him to have if he had a period of his career where instead of Kid and Play doing House Party, it was like you know, Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff's House Party, then that's the missing piece for me. Like, I want to see that version of it, but I don't know. Anyway,